Hello everyone, my name is MD Rizwan Alamansari. In this video, I'll do hands-on with deployment slot, one of the remarkable feature of Azure App Service. Azure App Service are much more flexible to developers or even for DevOps engineer. It has several useful features like scaling, auto scaling in a click, easy authentication, secured with standard security and compliance, offline sync up, hybrid connection, easy sharing, monitoring, insights, many more configuration, and many extensive features. Another incredible features with Azure Apps is deployment slot, which is probably a must underrated and many people don't know about it. So let's do a hands-on on this. Now, let me quickly give you a small introduction about Azure App Service. It's a cloud-based computing platform for hosting website application, web applications. It is platform as a service, which means you can quickly deploy, build, scale up your apps or APIs in your terms. It works perfectly with .NET Core, with any versions, and also with other programming platforms like Node.js, Java, Python, PHP. It has option with containers and also you have option running on both Windows or Linux. Another thing is it is highly scalable, trusted, secured, and fully managed platform. Now, let me recap about the deployment slot. So, deployment slots are another environment that is exposed by publicly another endpoints. So, which means like when you create a app service with one URL and when you create a deployment slot, which is one of the feature of Azure App Service, which means you can create another app service with a different endpoint. That means it is considered as a different slot and it will have a different endpoint, which means like if you have a any application that is with a production.site.com, so you can create another slot within same app service with different endpoint like staging slash production site.com or testing. Likewise, you can create a different slot and you can publish your application into those slots. So one app is that instance is always mapped to the production slot, that is the default one, and you can swap the instances assigned to the slot on demand. The function apps running under the app service plan may have multiple slots, while under the consumption plan only one slot is allowed. Now, when you create a different slot, you can do for like you when you create a different slot, following things will is going to happen like when you create a different slot, you can copy your configuration, which means like you can copy your app setting, connection string, and another thing like your deployment slot will have a new endpoint URL. As I said, like if you have a like rizwan.azurewebsite.net, then your deployment slot will be like rizwan-staging azurewebsite.net, or you can give any other name to it. Now, using app service, like when you do a scale up or a scale down, all the slots will be done with will be either a scale up or a scale down. Means which means like under same app service plan, you can have a different slots. Those are completely free, but that these slots are available only with a standard pricing tier or the higher version. If you have installed any kind of extension, you need to do it again for that for different slot, because all these slots are considered as a new app service instance. Now another interesting features, it has like swapping with that slot, which means like if you have an environment, let's say production one, then you can create a different slot for UAT or staging. Then you can push your new version there, you can check it. If you are comfortable, then you can swap this into the production, and user will get the new version in their latest or production environment without any downtime. So yes, I'm saying means like when we do the swapping, it warm up the sources slots by firing a couple of requests into the root slot, and then it swap the IP between the source and destination, and then URL of those slots. So what happened during this phase? User will experience no any downtime. This is one of the best features is had and advantage of that. And there are a couple of way you can do the swapping, like you can do manual swapping, like you can go into the Azure portal and you can swap it. We will see in the demo or hands-on. And then there is option for auto swapping, swap with preview, or you can do it with you can say Azure DevOps, continuous deployment, continuous integration. There you can create a release plan, and based on that also you can do the swapping. Now, another option that you have a rollback. Look, let's say if you have a published new version into the production and somehow you got issues or you are not happy with that version, then there is always option you can again swap to the reverse website, which means like you can roll back to your previous version with that one. Now let's go to our demo, and I will log in into the Azure portal, and I will show you how we are going to create a new slot, how you are going to publish a solution into that, and how we will do swapping, and what are the options we have. Now let's take a demo. For demo, I'll move into one of my Azure. So let me share you my another screen. Okay. So this is app service I have this is my one of app service. Now I want to create a different slot. So for this you have an option called deployment slot. So if I click here, you can see it is asking me to upgrade, which means my subscription doesn't, or the plan I have, it doesn't support slotting. So let me go to the scale up. Mhm. So when I do a scale up, my service is loading. It's a F1, means I don't have any slot here. So whatever the scaling option you have, you can see all the features included. So it comes with a standard or upper version. So I'll go and I'll choose S1. So you can see S1 has a auto scale option also. It means auto scale up to 10 instance, and staging slot up to 5 slots. There is an option. So we need this slotting slots. So let me just upgrade my plan. So once it upgrade, we will get the option for slot. So since it takes some times, meantime I can go, it's already updated, so now I can move into my slot. So here is deployment slot. Now see the options are enabled. So by default, which app service we have, that will be converted into production slot. So I'll be creating one new slot. So for this one, first I will open this site for me. Mm, so this is my site, and let me create meantime a different slot. So you can see it is asking for me to enter the name, so I'll create a different slot. Let's say UAT. So it is creating demo scale 123 dash UAT, which means my actual domain is this one, and then one UAT environment is created. Now do not clone the setting. If I want, I can create a fresh slot, or there is option I can copy the setting from my production. So I need a UAT environment with production setting. So I'll copy it and add it. So let me check my application here. Since I updated my plan, so it was warming up. That's why it took some time. Now my another environment is ready within a click. Like it even did not take much time. It even does not take even a, like very like within a few seconds it's created a different environment for me, where I can now this is my version. Let's say my this is my current application with version 1.0.2. So what I will do, I will release another version in this slot, and then I will swap it. So let me open my Visual Studio. Mm, this is the solution I have actually published that one. So I'll simply go and I have created new version that is called 3. So now what I will do, I will publish this in my that UAT slot that I just created. So what I will do here, I'll publish it Azure, and it is a window one. So this is my subscription, this is my demo one. Then I'll get all the slots here. So this is my UAT slot, so I'll choose it. So this is my UAT slot is ready. Now I can publish it here. So it is publishing. So what it does, it has all the setting of your production environment, but your solution is now deployment is happening into another slot. So let me again go back to the domain. So now my the UAT slot, the application is published. So what I will do, I will simply just open this site. Let me go again back to my portal. So Azure Portal. So this is my current production slot, that is version 1.0.2. Now I will open the another slot that I just created. So this slot is having three version. So now this is my new release. I will test it. Now I thought yes, it is correct. Now I have to push this into production. So what I will do, here is one option called swap. So this swap option, what it will do, I can swap one slot with another one. So with that, user will not face any downtime or any kind of failure in their request. So let me do it. So I have to choose one source and then target. So my source is like UAT. My UAT is the latest version, and my demo slot is there. So there is another option, you can do swap with preview. This, to enable this, you need to do one small changes in the configuration that I will show. So first let me just swap it and show you the magic of swap. So mean, see, the swapping has started. So it happens seamlessly. So it takes like a few seconds only. So now my slot, if you see, my current version is 3 and my production version is 2. So now what I will do, I'll refresh it. So it is 3. See, now my version is updated within a few seconds after testing. Now my this slot will be now second version, because it just pushed my it swap means just it is changing. So now I have the latest version available in my environment. So still it is running, I am getting the latest version. So this is, you can say, one of the most fantastic feature. Like even user don't know which environment they are accessing, but they are getting the latest version. So it's updated. Before it update, I was able to get the new version. So why? First it changes the IP, then endpoints, and warm up the solution. Now my latest version of code is pushed here. Now if I want to do the preview, so I have to enable it from my configuration. So there I will have option, I can do it from there. So that part I will skip in this video because that is not relevant to me. Even if you want, you can try it. So that is there. Now since my slots are there, now I will show some more options of there. Like let's say I have this slot, this production and everything is happened. After that I found like there are still issue with my solution, so I can do it rollback. So again what I can do, just I'll click it. Sorry, so this another thing we can show, like our new UAT slot will be act as a new app service with new domain, new endpoint. So this is also coming under same service plan. We don't need to pay any extra thing for that one. So in case if I found like yes, I have some problem with this solution, again I can do and swap it, and I can resume my previous version from here. So I can just simply click again I can swap it with my the previous version, and that will be also happening without any downtime. So this is one, these are the like some activities you can do with deployment slots. So let me go back to my presentation. So just now we did a demo, like the demo. In the demo, what we did, we created a, like we published a new version and in different slot, and then we did swap, and we also checked the option for revert it back. So with that, I would like to show some more things about the slotting. Like if you do, if you create a different slot and swap the things, what are the things will be swapped and what are the things that are not going to be swapped. So first thing is like general settings such as framework, version, 3264-bit, WebSocket, these all will be swapped. Another thing, application setting, let's say whatever the configuration you have applied, connection strings, those all will be swapped. Handles mappings, if you have any mappings, that will be also applied. Whatever the public certificate you have, that also will be swapped. Web jobs content, hybrid connection, service endpoint, Azure content delivery network, these all features, whatever these available in the Azure App Service, when you create or if you do swap or if you create a new slot, this all will you can move it. Now, the things that will not be swapped when you change your slots. So first thing is publishing endpoints. Let's say like if you have a production environment, if you create a different slot and swap it, so your different slot will have a different endpoint. Custom domains. So let's say if you have any custom domains applied in your main production slot, and if you have another slot, your custom domain will not be transferring into another slot. Non-public certificate or TSL settings, so those also you cannot swap. And scale setting, so a scale setting will not be swapped. This doesn't things is that like if you scale up, all the slots will be scaling up. You cannot do a separate scale up for different slots. WebSolve schedulers, IP restriction, always on diagnostic settings, cross origin CORS, cross origin resource sharing, virtual network integration. These are the settings you cannot swap. So now let me do a closing for this one. So what we learned, for like as a conclusion, in this video we learned one of the most useful feature for Azure App Service, which means deployment slot, and some interesting fact about it. So additionally, we learn about swap and rollback in the development slots, then different swapping options like auto swap, swap with preview. Furthermore, we have done a hands-on lab with this slots. Finally, we discuss about the settings that are or are not swapped, and this is how we can take the advantage of deployment slots in our application, where we can create a staging or testing slots, do the proper validation, then move it to the production slot, and with the swap option without any downtime. So this is, I believe, one of the best features and one of the most convenient features, especially for developers, even for testers, for whole DevOps engineer. So in case if there is any issue, you have option to roll back and get back to your previous solution without any downtime. So thank you all for watching this video, and if you have any queries or any feedback, please comment it. Thank you.